we're going to move on to chapter 15. Just as a review, in chapter 14, we see Tom and Jenny and run away to become pirates, and Hook ends up joining them. At the very end of chapter 14, we see that Joe Harper is kind of starting to show some signs of maybe a little homesickness. He wants to go back home. And the other boys, Tom and Hook in particular, it says they withered him with derision, which basically means they made some serious fun of him for wanting to go home. So, but at the very, very end of the chapter, kind of what you can see on my screen here, is he's supply the fire and painfully wrote these with his right heel. One he rolled up in his jacket pocket and he put in Joe's hat, and certain schoolboy treasures of almost inestimable value. Among them, a lump of chalk, an Indian rubber ball, 3 fish hooks, and one of that kind of marbles known as a sure enough crystal. Okay, so we're gathering all these little supplies. Then it says, and he tiptoed his way cautiously on the tree till he felt he would appear. Straight away, he began to run in the direction of the bar. So Tom is headed somewhere, and 15, we're going to find out where. Chapter 15. A few minutes later, Tom in the shoal water bar reached his middle. He was halfway over. The current would permit no more waiting now, so he struck out confidently to swim the remaining 100 yards. He swam quartering upstream, but still were faster than he had expected. However, shore finally, and drifted along until he found a low place and drew out. He put his hand in a jacket pocket, found his piece of bark, and then struck through the woods, following the streaming winds. So remember, this piece of bark in his jacket pocket is the same that he wrote on at the fire. He came opposite the village, shadow of trees in the high bank. Everything was under the blinking of the night. He crept down the bank, watching all his eyes, slipped into the water, and 3 or 4 strokes climbed into the skiff that did y'all do at the boat train. He laid himself down under the faded, so like a lifeboat, basically attached. The crack in a voice to cast. Too later, the sixth head was standing up against the bridge was begun. He felt happy in success, for he knew the boat's last trip for the night. So he instead of now having to swim all the way, getting off in the little lifeboat towed out back, and no one can camp. So it's got kind of a free ride. At the end of a long 12 or 15 minutes, the wheel stopped, and Tom slipped overboard in the dusk, landing 50 yards backwards. There we go. He flew along freeze, so he had to be in the long alleys he knew nobody would be on, and shortly found his back fence. So where was he going? He was heading back to his aunt's house. Interesting, since he just made fun of Joe Harper for wanting to home. Let's see what he does. He climbed over, approached the L, and looked in at the sitting room window. There sat Aunt Polly, Sid, and Joe Harper's mother. They were talking. They were by the bed, and the bed was between them and the door. Tom went to the door and began to softly lift the latch. Then he pressed gently, and the door yielded a little crack. He continued pushing cautiously and quaking every time it creaked, till he judged that he might be able to squeeze through on these. So he put his head through and began warily. Okay, so he's cracked the door into his house. He's crawled through. There's a bed between Aunt Polly and the other people in the room and the door. So they can't see him crawling on the ground. But Aunt Polly says, "What makes that candle blow so?" said Aunt Polly. Tom hurried up. "Why, that door's open, I believe." "Of course it is. Kind of strange nowadays. Go along, shut it, Sid." Tom disappeared to the bed just in time. He lay and breathed himself for a time, and then crept to where he could almost touch his aunt's foot. Okay, remember, he's been missing for a few days now. Everyone in the room has no idea where he is. He is now snuck back into his house. Okay, the he's listening to their conversation. They have no idea he's there. He's right next to them. As I was saying, he weren't bad necessarily, so to say. He was only mischievous, only just giddy and harm. You know, he weren't any more responsible than a colt. He never meant harm. He was the best boy that ever was. And she began to cry. "Oh, it was just so with my Joe. Oh, to every kind of mischief. He was just kind as could be. And laws bless me to think I whipped him for taking that cream. Never once recollected that I throwed it out myself because it was sour. And I never want to see him again in this world. Never, never, never. That poor, abused boy." And Mrs. Harper's sob would break. So why are Aunt Polly and Mrs. Harper crying? Well, they're both talking about how, Tom and Joe, they weren't bad necessarily. Sure, they got into a lot of trouble, but they were just boys. They were just messing around. Oh, I wish I had been there. Joe are dead. They drowned or kidnapped or something. So Sid says, "I hope Tom's better off wherever he is," said Sid. "But if he'd been better in some ways." "Sid!" Tom felt the glare of the old lady. "Even so, don't you say a word against my Tom now he's gone. God'll take care of him. Never you trouble yourself, sir." "Oh, Miss Harper, I don't know how to give him up. I don't know how to give him up. He was such a comfort to me. But he tormented my old heart out of me most." Okay, so Sid says, "Well, if he'd just been a little bit more behaved." And Aunt Polly, man, she gets him right away. "How dare you say my Tom now that he's gone?" All right, let's see what Mrs. Harper. "The Lord giveth and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. But it's so hard. Oh, it's so hard. Forgive me. I cracked Tom's head with my thimble. Poor dead boy. He's all extra now, and the last word he said was to reproach." And she broke entirely down. Even Tom was snuffling down himself in more and himself. Okay, so that means this. He hears them kind of bad for how he treated him. The more he thinks, yeah, they should have treated me. I wasn't that bad. So he's feeling kind of sorry for himself. He could hear Mary crying and putting in a kind word from time to time. He began to have a more noble opinion of himself than he ever had before. Still, he was sufficiently taught against grief to long to rush out from under the bed and well in which he resisted and laid still. Okay, so you have to understand, Tom, he's always wanted to be the center of attention, always for the glory, the fame of it all. Oh, how perfect it would be if I could just pop out from under this bed right now and tell and show Aunt Polly and Mrs. Harper and Sid and Mary that I'm still alive. Man, how much they would love me. And he's so tempted to do it, but he resisted. He went on listening and gathered by odds and ends that it was conjectured, or at first, that the boys had got drowned while taking a swim. Then they guessed the small raft had been missed. Next, certain boys said that the lads had promised that the village should hear something soon. The wise heads in town and decided that the lads had got raft the next town they were on had been found, lodged against the Missouri shore, some 5 or 6 miles below the village. And then perished. They must be drowned, else hunger would have driven them home by nightfall, if not sooner. It was believed that the search for the bodies had occurred in mid-channel, since the boys, being good swimmers, would otherwise have escaped to shore. This Wednesday night, the bodies continued missing until Sunday. All hope would be given over, and the funerals we preached on that morning. Tom shuddered. Mrs. Harper gave a sobbing good night and turned to go. Then, with mutual two bereaved women flung themselves into each other's arms and had a good, consoling cry, and parted. Aunt Polly was tender far beyond her wont in her night to Sid and Mary. Why? Because she'd already lost their kid. Sid snuffled a bit, and Mary went off crying with all her heart. Aunt Polly knelt down and prayed for Tom so touchingly, so appealingly, and with such marvelous love in her words and her old trembling that Tom was weltering in tears again. Remember, he's been under the bed the whole time. Listen to the thing. Long before she was through. He had to keep still long after she went to bed, for she kept making broken-hearted jokes successfully and turning over. She kept crying out in the middle of the night about how heartbroken she was. But at last, she was still, only moaning a little bit in her sleep. Now the boy's soul out. He rose gradually by the bedside, shaded the candlelight with his hand, and stood in her. He took out his sycamore scroll, placed it by him. Something occurred to him, and he lingered considering. His face lighted with the hallucination of something, and he put it hastily back to his pocket, and kissed the faded lips, straightway and made himself exit, latching the door behind him. Okay. What we see here is Tom finally, once he's out, the ant probably has fallen asleep. He sneaks out from under. What the note says, it doesn't tell us here. But he leaves it on the nightstand, and then he sits there thinking for a second. He all of a sudden maybe go back, kisses, and sneaks out. So, what was this note all about? He threaded his way back to the landing, found nobody at large there, and walked boldly on board the boat. For he knew she was tenantless, meaning there's nobody on board, except that there was a watchman who always turned his head for an image. So basically, there was a watchman on board and nobody else, but it was always asleep. He untied the skiff at the stern, the small little boat he had gone to before, slipped into it, and was soon rowing cautiously upstream. When he had pulled a mile above the village, he started crossing himself. He held on a familiar bit of work to him. He was moved to capture the skiff, arguing that it might be better to ship it, but a thorough search would be made for it, and that might end in revelations. So he set the shore through the woods. He was going to keep the boat that he stole from the little ferry. He was a pirate. He needed to have his own boat, but he knew nothing on shore. So around the river or across or whatever would see it and begin to investigate and find the boys. He sat and took a long rest, and then started warily down the home stretch. The night was far spent. It was broad daylight. He found himself fairly abreast the island. And then he plunged into the stream. A little later he paused, dripping upon the threshold of the camp, and heard Joe say, "No, he'll come back. He won't desert us. He knows that would be disgrace to a pirate. And Tom's too that sort of thing. He's up to something or other. Now, I wonder what." Well, okay, so what is Huck talking about? Remember before toys and trinkets by Joe and by Huck. So Huck's like, obviously, Huck and Joe talking about whether Tom will run away. Is he going to come back? Tom, he's coming back. And he's true. And Huck says, okay, fine, but for his ours, right? And Joe says, okay, not yet, Huck. The right says, he's always a leader. It's a big thing to provide as the to work recounted and home in trouble already. You even are dead. I mean, just they are so sad.